Illinois businessman W.D. Boyce, influenced by his experience with an unknown scout in London, is the person credited with bringing the scouting program to the United States. Robert Baden-Powell, who was the head of the Boy Scout Association at that time. Boyce returned to the United States and 4 months later founded the Boy Scouts of America on February 8, 1910. Two youth organizations already established in the United States focused on outdoor character building activities. Ernest Thompson Seton had founded the Woodcraft Indians and incorporated teachings of the Native Americans. Dan Beard had a program called Sons of Daniel Boone, based on American frontier traditions. Eventually, both Seton and Beard's programs merged with the new Boy Scouts of America. The writings and adventures of Theodore Roosevelt contributed to these movements with their outdoor, nature, and pioneer themes. In January 1911, a young attorney named James E. West became the chief scout executive, and scouting began to expand in the U.S. The progressive movement in the United States was at its height during the early 20th century. With the migration of families from farms to cities, there were concerns among some people that young men were no longer learning patriotism and individualism. However, the scouting program was almost an instant success nationwide and expanded throughout agrarian communities and industrial cities. By 1916, the Boy Scouts of America was granted a congressional charter to promote the ability of boys to do things for themselves and others, to train them in scoutcraft, and to teach them patriotism, courage, self-reliance, and kindred virtues, using the methods that were in common use by Boy Scouts. Scouting continued to grow. In 1910, there were 61,000 scouts registered. By 1918, there were just over 1 million. By 1928, there were 4.5 million. By 1938, there were over 6 million. In 1920, Scouting's founder, Lord Robert Baden-Powell, planned to hold a special event to bring together scouts of all nationalities. The First World War had ended only 2 years before, and many scouts had died in service to their country. This event became the first jamboree held at London's Olympia Hall for 8,000 scouts from 34 countries. At the time, Baden-Powell felt that scouting could unite nations in one uniform and in a common spirit of peace, friendship, breaking down stereotypes, and conveying the spirit of youth.
The effect of the training on character show themselves early in the process. The sense of honor and truthfulness quickly possesses the boys and remains a permanent attribute. Similarly, the sense and practice of service for others appears to appeal even to the toughest and soon manifests itself as a habit. Then the comradeship of world brotherhood is bringing about an altogether new spirit of goodwill between nations, which is the first essential to world peace, and without which treaties and leagues are lifeless.
By the 1930s, Scouting and Boy Scouts became well known throughout American culture. The term Boy Scout was used to generally describe someone who was earnest and honest, or who helped others cheerfully. The first national jamboree in the United States was held on the grounds of our national capital in 1937. Along the same lines as the previous 3 world jamborees, this event was important for our country as it was gradually pulling out of the Great Depression. Youth had the opportunity to travel from all corners of the nation to share in fellowship and show strength in numbers. Regardless, if you have the opportunity to attend a jamboree or not, you can find the spirit of scouting at any event, especially at an Order of the Arrow Conclave. What makes the scouting experience special is being active, camaraderie, and enjoying the great outdoors. Throughout the years, your brothers in scouting have joined together. They have paved the way. Their dedication and commitment have created a legacy that is now yours to continue. You cannot pay back what these scouts have given you, but you can pay it forward by continuing their work and furthering the legacy that they started. It's your turn to write the next chapter. You are the pen, and the scouting experience is your paper. The opportunity is before you. What will your contribution to this legacy be?